The shakeup continued in the top ranks of the Chicago Police Department, including Chief of Detectives Constantine Dean Andrews resigning.
Our Chief Correspondent Jay Levine is just back from City Hall in a news conference with the mayor and more damage control today, Jay.
Well, I tell you, the one bad apple defense is no longer operative, Erica and Rob. The mayor now has to answer questions about what officers and their commanders did or didn't do, with officer statements contradicted by the dash cam video and the department clearing Officer Van Dyke in the shooting just days before the city agreed to pay his family $5 million.
I'm taking responsibility for what happened, and I take responsibility for fixing it in this action.
Standing with him, his new head of IPRA, which investigates police misconduct, and his new acting superintendent, who was head of the Detective Bureau, which issued this final investigative report, clearing Jason Van Dyke, the officer who shot and killed Laquan McDonald. The recovered in-car camera video, it reads, was viewed and found to be consistent with the accounts of all the witnesses. This case is now cleared, closed. Van Dyke's use of deadly force was within bounds of CPD guidelines. Yet the accounts of those witnesses, the officer's account, said McDonald continued to advance, attacking Van Dyke with a knife, attempting to kill him, continued to wave the knife, raised his right hand to Van Dyke as if attacking, none of which we see in the video.
Without trying to pass the buck, I understand your question. There actually was never anything for me to sign off on, but we're changing that so that there will be as we move forward.
You saw the video, you saw the witness reports, you realized they were at odds. Why didn't you do something?
When the video showed that his statements did not match the video, he was charged with murder. There was no attempt to try to get his statements to match the evidence, quite the contrary.
The mayor conceded there were problems dealing with officers like those whose statements were at odds with the videotape. The mayor's new IPRA chief is charged with doing something about that.
I promise you, I bring no agenda other than the pursuit of integrity and transparency.
Though the mayor, in claiming IPRA gave the state's attorney the videotape and officer statements 9 days after the shooting in October of last year, remains at odds with state's attorney Alvarez. Today marked the second time in 2 weeks that Alvarez blamed someone else for a 13-month delay in concluding a police shooting case. Last time it was the feds foot dragging. Today, IPRA investigators. Well, tonight, IPRA has a new chief administrator. The police department is searching for a new chief of detectives. And the mayor has vowed to do anything he has to do to restore trust in the police. On Wednesday, he'll take a first step, facing some of his toughest critics in Chicago City Council to explain exactly how he plans to do that.
So now with the interim superintendent, are they talking about the status of all of these officers that are revealed in this report?
Well, he says that what they do, and this has been explained to me before, that IPRA doesn't take action piecemeal against one officer, then another down the road. They do it all at one time. What IPRA claims is its policy is dealing with all the police officers of an incident at once, and they can't deal with Van Dyke until after his criminal case is done. So right now, the rest of those officers remain on the street with guns and badges.
Boy, that was a real disconnect between what was in that report and what the facts appeared to show.
We went over hundreds of pages that were in those reports that were dumped on us literally at 10:30 on Friday night. It's the time the city releases everything that it considers bad news. Well, we got that, finally went through it all and found they bear no resemblance to what the videotape shows.
Fair enough.
Thank you, Jay.